Okay, so hello, I'm Melissa Diane, and welcome to our very first ever live segment that we are doing. So I decided I've been wanting to do some live segments, and I thought, you know what? We're just going to try it because I've never done this before, so this is our very first time. And so I'm going to start out with a simple recipe, something y'all that my family loves. It's really one of our favorites. And this is called our blueberry bling turnovers. So we're going to get right to it. You're going to see me sometimes looking over here because, like I said, this is our very first live. And I'm trying to see what this is going to look like actually on camera when people are watching. And I was hoping to be able to see the comment section and areas like that. So real quickly, like I said, this is our very first one that we're doing. And I believe that we are live right now. So I'm going to run and check and just be sure. So hang on, don't go anywhere. And just remember that if we can do this, then anybody can. Okay, so real quick, I'm over here and I'm taking something out of the oven to show you in just a few minutes. Okay, so let's just jump right into this and get to it. So first of all, what you're going to need for the blueberry blings is you're going to need some Pillsbury crescent rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and get these open. And y'all, when you open this little tube here, it always does like a little pop, and I never know when that's going to happen. So it kind of takes you by surprise. But you just need one roll. So we're going to get one roll of these. We're going to go ahead and get them opened. We're going to get them laid out here. And I want to show you how you do this. You're not going to have them in little bitty rolls. You're actually going to take these and make triangles out of them. So let me get this over here. And if this is working correctly, and it actually is appearing live, what I'd like you to do is in the comment section, and I'm going to look at these afterwards, because right now, obviously, I'm not doing the comments at the same time. But I will be once we get good. But in the comment section, write down some ideas of things that you would like to see. And that gives me some really good ideas for future lives. So I'm going to get these all rolled over here. And then I'll show you what I'm doing. Now, and I'll hold this up so you can see it. Another thing that we will be doing going forward is I'm going to work on a two-camera approach to where we can have one camera looking straight on, and then we can do another one that can be over here and can be showing you exactly what's happening like on the cookie sheets. But you just need one roll of this Pillsbury if you believe that you're going to be doing only about 4 of the turnovers, okay? If you want to do more than that, then just get a roll for every 4, and you should be set. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to this in just a second and show you how to get these all set. But for your other ingredients that you're going to use, you're just going to need one roll of the Pillsbury. Okay, you're going to need some cream cheese. And I usually use a little less than half of a block of the cream cheese. You're going to use just a little bit of sugar, and I'd probably say about, a little less than 1/4 a cup you're going to be using. And then some blueberries. And you can use all types of different things in these turnovers. I'm going to be doing some things later on for Halloween and fall, but today we're just going to be focusing on the blueberry. Now let me show you something. Let me get back to this. You know, when you open up these Pillsbury rolls, they're in little triangles, right? And so what you're going to do is actually there's triangles, and then, you know, along the diagonal there's that perforated line. So what you want to do is unroll them and leave 2 of the triangles together and pinch together. Let me show you. You're going to pinch together and blend that little perforated line area. So you end up with a rectangle. Okay. Let me grab something right here. So you're going to end up with that rectangle there. Okay. We got that one. And don't worry when you take this out of your roll if sometimes your triangles kind of get mutilated, because sometimes it happens. Just depends on how they come off that roll, and you just piece them together. So basically now what you see is I've gotten 4 rectangles out of here. Then, like I said, this is so simple, but y'all, everybody loves this recipe. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your cream cheese, and I have a little bit left over from something I was doing a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, I have a garden, or it's a very small garden this year. It's actually just a jalapeno garden. We didn't plant the full garden. So I have a jalapeno garden out there, and I've got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 11 jalapeno plants. Some are regular jalapenos. I got a couple of serrano, and then I've got 3 that are called mammoth jalapenos. There's a reason I'm telling you this. And y'all, those mammoth jalapenos, I need to do a whole video on those because the plants stay small. Those plants stay small, but the jalapenos are humongous. And I picked, let's see, off of those 11 plants the other day, I got enough jalapenos that when I took them and stuffed them and sliced them and stuffed them with cream cheese, I ended up with 387 poppers. And so I had used a ton of cream cheese. I either used, there were 7 or 8 blocks of cream cheese. And I think it was close to 8. And then I had a little bit left over. So all of that to tell you, that's why I have some cream cheese left over in 1 block. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of this. Here's half. I'm gonna go a little bit less than that since I've got some here. And you need to, get your cream cheese to room temperature if you can. If not, you can still use it. You just have to beat it harder. Okay, so I'm gonna smush up my cream cheese. And then you just wanna put a little bit of sugar on here. Okay, just a little bit. This tastes so good. And then you're just gonna spread this, or not spread it, but you're just gonna stir it up, okay? Like I said, I think if I had another camera looking over here, that would be very helpful. So I gotta figure out the technology for that when we're doing a live. All right. And now we're simply gonna pull over here our little, let me move this one here. We're gonna pull over our triangles that we've got, and we're gonna take that cream cheese, y'all, and we're just gonna put the cream cheese here across the middle. Not all the way to the edges, okay? Just in the middle. And I usually put a little blob on each one of them, then I go back and I spread them. But I think as I'm doing this, you can see how you could do all types of different turnovers depending on the season. And last year I did some for fall, and we're going to be doing some of those, trying all different types of fillings. It's very, very, tastes very, very good. And when you get done with this, we're going to put them in the oven. So make sure you get your oven on, let's see, I think it was 375. Get your oven on 375, and they'll cook for about probably, I usually put mine on 10 minutes and then I check them. Sometimes they're done in about anywhere from 10 to 13 minutes. Okay. I think sometimes it depends a little bit on, of course, on your ovens. Everyone's oven's slightly different, but it also depends a little bit on how room temperature your crescent rolls are. I usually just take mine straight out of the refrigerator because I find that it's easier to roll them out when I do that. They don't stick together as much. Okay, so we've got our cream cheese and our sugar mixture on here pretty good. There we go. And now we're going to do our blueberries. And I forgot to tell you, your other goodie that you're going to use, let me pull these over here. I've got a whole bowl. I think we're going to use these today. I love blingies, and we're going to be using some, these are Wilton sprinkles that we're going to be putting on them, and that's what gives them a shimmer. Okay, now for your blueberries, we're going to put some here in the middle on your little triangles. I don't put a whole lot, just put some. Yeah, that one kind of popped in half. Just put a few. Then I like to put some on the top. You'll see where we put those. Okay, so there. I'll let you see so you can see about how many, because these are going to spread out when you cook them. Okay, so that's about that many if you can see. Okay, now this is what you're going to do next. You're going to take with that rectangle that you've got. Let's start over here with this one. You're going to take one corner and you're going to pull it into the middle. And then you're going to take the opposite corner and pull it into the middle and just touch the other one. So it's going to look like that. Then take another far corner and bring it to the middle and tap it, and then bring this one up. And this is just a recipe that we started years ago. Okay, so now it's going to look like this. And when you get them all dressed up in a minute, they look so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and do each of these. Okay. Like I said, one tube of that Pillsbury crescent rolls will make 4 of these little guys. All right, let's pull this one up. And you can make these ahead of time if you want to, and then just warm them. I've done that also. And then if you don't eat them all one evening, if you make several, Jay likes to eat them the next morning. He likes to put them in the microwave, and he likes to eat them for breakfast. Okay, I like to eat them in the evening with some Bluebell. I'm down here from the South. I like to put some Bluebell ice cream on top of it after you've warmed them. Oh, they're so, right when they come out of the oven, let them sit for just a couple minutes, put them in a bowl, and then put some of that vanilla Bluebell ice cream. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's to die for, just to die for. Okay. And doing good. So what I'm doing now, I forgot to tell you what I was doing, is I'm just taking some blueberries and putting them in the little corners right here. And then we're going to plop these little guys in the oven. But I just put a few there. And we got to put the sprinkles on. You cannot forget your bling, or they will have to change the name of them. All right, here we go. Now, as far as your cookie sheet, put something down. If on your cookie sheet, I wouldn't put them just flat on the cookie sheet. Put on there some parchment paper, or what I like to use is what I have right here. And I'll put a link for this. I'll try to remember that for y'all. I'll put a link for this. What I have is it's a silicone mat. And this is a red one. They come in all colors. But I take this, it comes on a roll, and I just roll it out and I cut it. And I have them to fit each of my cookie sheets, and then you can just wash them. It just washes off. And I have not cut any new ones since last Thanksgiving. And this is the end of September. And so I've used these same silicone mats all year for my different cookie sheets. I just wash them off. There's only one that I've had to get rid of, and that was because we were doing something. We had a lot of company over, and people were cooking and stuff, and one of them got cut really bad with some steak knives. It just got a lot of lines all in it, and I didn't, since it had been cut like that, I didn't want it to use it anymore and put it in the oven. Okay, so we got our blueberries on. Now we got the bling. So I'm just taking these. I like to put these on before. That way they kind of settle in. Put these all over. Now y'all, we're going to take these now. I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go put these in the oven. I'm going to be right back. Here we go. We're going to plop them in. We're going to set this over here on about 10 minutes. And guess what? Let me get my hot pad here. And y'all, look. I did some while ago before we turned on the live segment. I did a couple so that you could go ahead and see and you wouldn't have to wait. See what they look like. Y'all, when they come out, they're so just toasty brown looking. Oh, they look so wonderful. Now, let me grab a spoon here. And I'm gonna move this over because this cookie sheet's still a little bit warm. And we're gonna taste this little guy. But y'all, when they come out, they are just so pretty. They are so pretty. So hang on a second, and let's take a little bite. Mmm. 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 I wish you could taste it, y'all. These are so good. And even better if I put some ice cream on it. Very good. So, hope that you've enjoyed. Hope that you learned a little bit. Please try these. Leave me a note in the comment. And thank you so much. If you did pop in, thank you so much for watching us try our very first live little segment here. And we'll be having a lot more to come. So have a great day. Bye-bye.